Hello and welcome, I'm John Peters, Commercial Director for Heel Planning. This video is a case study detailing a recent planning appeal in the Slough Borough Council area for a single dwelling to be turned into two separate dwellings that we undertook for a client. This planning application was originally validated by Slough Borough Council on the 16th of December and refused on the 16th of February for a conversion of a single dwelling into two separate dwellings. The appeal was classed as a full planning appeal, and as such the appellant has 6 months from the refusal date to appeal to the Planning Inspectorate. We always recommend leaving at least a whole clear month from an instruction to appeal deadline in case additional investigations are needed, but the more time is always the better. The refusal reasons given by Slough Borough Council were 1. That the local planning authority considered that the proposal to separate one dwelling into two dwellings would involve the loss of a property capable of continued use or future enhancement as a family dwelling, and the conversion of the property into flats that would not be considered to comprise as family dwellings according to the council's definition. And 2, the plans submitted were found to be inadequate as they are inconsistent and do not enable the full assessment of the proposed subdivision of the existing property. On the basis of the plans supplied, it is considered that the proposal fails to provide adequate amenities for the future occupiers, which would lead to additional on-street car parking and associated obstruction of the highway and footpaths, and lacks appropriate provision for cycle storage and refuge recycling facilities, which would result in an unacceptable lack of security and an accumulation of rubbish, to the detriment of the visual amenity of the area. I personally assessed this case and, following investigations and a chat with the client, recommended that the client appealed to the decision to the Planning Inspectorate. These refusal reasons do look harsh if you're not used to reading local authority decision notices, and many would give up at this time if you're not, because that does look harsh. In fact, many people do give up at this stage and do not go to appeal. But honestly, refusal reasons like these are perfectly normal in these cases and nothing unusual. For this appeal, we produced a 20-page detailed appeal statement, working our way through the delegated officer's report and decision notice, dismantling their objections and the reasons Slough Borough Council used to refuse this application. Providing a comprehensive and robust argument, bringing national and local policies into play, and detailed reasoning as to why the findings were wrong and in fact the development was perfectly acceptable. Additionally, we completed a detailed amount of research to find very similar cases that the Planning Inspectorate had previously granted, and we looked to use these cases to support our argument best possible. As the appeal was full planning appeal, and as such the local authority had the right to respond to the appeal statement, introducing the need for our team to produce a second document to overcome any and all new argument or evidence that the local authority introduced. This case, like the vast majority of similar cases, was dealt with by way of written representation, and as such it is paramount that the argument is very comprehensive and robust and covers all relevant points needed in both the appeal statement and the response to the local authority reply. The inspector visited the appeal site on the 3rd of February and issued the appeal decision on the 22nd of February in a 3-page appeal decision report. The good news was the appeal was upheld and the permission granted. Our approach for producing appeal documents that go into great detail to work through the refusal reasons, officers' reports and policies in detail, and to supply supporting cases where the Inspectorate had granted similar appeals was invaluable. This gives the client their best chance of success. Admittedly, it does take longer to produce and increases the cost slightly by going into that level of detail. But it is that attention to detail that is absolutely paramount. As an organisation, Heel Planning is one of the leading appeal specialists with both dedicated in-house planning and legal teams, whose job it is to win your case. Both these skill sets are invaluable to produce a robust and compelling case to gain a win. You won't find many organisations in our industry that have both of these skill sets, a planning and a legal team, and it is most definitely a major reason why we have the success rate we do. Without appealing your planning refusal, you cannot gain the permission you would like. Your appeal will go to the Planning Inspectorate. They are a government-based organisation that is appointed by the Secretary of State to handle all types of planning appeals. Based out of Bristol and covering England and Wales, the Planning Inspectorate gives you a chance of success to gain that permission you're seeking and taking the decision process away from the local authority's planning officer. You will find a host of videos about various types of planning appeals and other services we offer on our website. If you'd like a free no obligation consultation with myself or a member of our team, please give us a call on 01743 369 911 or email appeals@planningappealsuk.com and give your appeal its best chance of success. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to speaking soon.